Okay, so recently I've been reacting to quite a bit of videos, and here and there I'll react to a XIM Apex video, and I thought it would be a cool idea if I converted a XIM Apex sensitivity over to PC. Now the reason why this is so interesting is because XIM players, they have to run a very high DPI, around the 3000 mark. And if you know anything about M&K, then you know that usually the most common is 400 DPI and 800. Now I personally run 400 DPI. So let's see how this turns out.
The reason that they have you have to run a high DPI is so that since it can be very sensitive and game can actually like through the software can capture it, so it's not 400 DPI and slow as fuck, and people just really run high senses. It's just essentially so it can catch it.
So it can actually act as a mouse.
Yes.
Okay, so right away the DPI is 3200 on 4.4 with a ADS speed of oh my god. Let's just convert this over and get it done. I can barely control my mouse, as you can tell. I'm having a very hard time here. Okay, so far I'm noticing that this is so fast. It's literally just awful. But there's no recoil. I'm trying my hardest to do the least movement possible, and there's literally no recoil. It does definitely feel twitchy, which is very awful. But I feel like flicks are going to be the easiest on this, because you look at somebody like Jolly, and he has such a high DPI. I think it's 2400. But it doesn't seem like I'm having an issue with tracking. If you watch my King George video where I used his sense, that's a huge issue of mine. I wasn't able to precisely track, and on this it seems just fine. It's just micro tracking, and going back and forth is going to be a little bit more difficult. I really want to see what Ella's Scorpion is like on this, because I know Royal Penguin did the fastest sensitivity, and over time he told me it wasn't bad at all. People were saying that he was using macros or something. It was clown stuff. I can definitely see the appeal of using a high DPI, high sensitivity.
Play.
No grenade, no Josh. Liam, they have a phone on you.
I think that was ace.
I killed ass.
It was the ace. The XIM master.
Liam, you don't lose these.
Where?
Ash on red. Small bake in red. Pushing coat check, in coat check. She's hopped over, she's behind the podium. Good shit. I made those. And freezer. One on new. He's crouched, he's nading heaven. Still new, sledge.
That's
He's
bomb.
default now. Sledge is default.
Jackal's bottom.
Located a bomb.
You have a mining cam, please get on it.
I'm on it. Yeah, he's mining. Jackal's in mining. Still there on the 3 ping. Crouch.
Bomb is still
Last one
above.
mining. No way you got to.
Okay, so I just want to go over some positives and negatives of using this sensitivity and what I actually learned, because we all know I'm not the type of person to just get mad clips, especially in a short amount of time. So this is probably the best way I can break it down and give you the best critique possible. So some positives about the sensitivity. Flicks were amazing. My reaction time with it was amazing. If your reaction time's on point that day, you're going to hit your shots. The biggest issue is overcompensating. Now, I feel like this is something that you can definitely break through, but that is something that I would put in the negatives. Overcompensating was difficult as heck. I played with the sensitivity for about a day and a half, and it was very interesting just to see how fun it actually was. Using a sensitivity like this was actually very fun, like I said. Now, this isn't the reason why XIM users have to use this sensitivity though. They're all just a bunch of freaks, but it's because the XIM actually has a delay and they're just forced to. I kind of put an explanation in the start of it, but I just thought it would be a fun idea if I just converted a XIM setting over to PC and seeing how I played on it. Now, this is even a higher sensitivity in Jollies, so it was just not usable when you're out of the game. The sensor or the mouse cursor itself would just freak out, and it's like it's not even meant to be on that high of a DPI. I don't know why anybody would use a sensitivity this high. Now, looking at somebody like Jolly Sense, which I'm kind of intrigued to do a video on his sensitivity is 2,800 DPI on like 8 horizontal or 8 vertical, and then like 5 vertical or something like that. He has a very interesting sensitivity, and I'm very intrigued to do a video about his. Some more negatives that comes down to this sensitivity is confidence. If you're not confident in your shot and you don't actually have this down, then you're not going to play well on it. There was times where I was flicking kids and completely destroying them, and then like I would choke the most obvious kill of my life because I was either in my head or it's just too fast. It's very weird going from a sensitivity where I have to use my entire arm and slide through my mouse pad rather than just do micro adjustments on my wrist. I'm an arm player, so I'm more used to a sensitivity like that. Overall, this sensitivity was fun. It was fun to use. I felt like a crackhead. I felt like I was like on meth the whole time, but it was overall a fun sensitivity. And I'm actually trying to correlate the sensitivity something into mine. I think I might have to turn up my either my DPI. I might try to go to an 800 DPI sense or just a higher sense in general, because something about being able to flick very quickly was very appealing to me, because I was reacting a lot quicker, and I was reacting and actually able to do it through my hands and then my eye coordination, if that makes sense. Overall, it was a fun sensitivity to use, and I actually enjoyed it. Now, XIM players are a bunch of freaks. If any of you guys know anybody that's a freak on XIM, they cheat, they're a bunch of weirdos, they should not be playing this game. But overall, like I said, I thought it was funny if I just converted a XIM sensitivity over to PC and just see how it correlates and how it plays. I don't agree with anybody that uses XIM on console at all. It's cheating, you're a loser, you are like a little freak. But besides that, this is Garfield as Doc. I appreciate you so much for watching the video. If you want to see me do a certain player's sensitivity or just somebody's sensitivity in general, I'll review it and do a style video like this. Just drop their names down in the comments. But besides that, thank you so much for watching the video. And be sure to check out my Twitch channel. Link is down below, as long as all my other socials. So thank you so much for watching the video.